Way beside the Whaler dressing room is Whalers winger Jimmy McKenzie. And Jimmy, question I want to ask you, coming off a game in Montreal where your team played so hard, so aggressive, and really played a good hockey game and ended up losing it, how tough was that to accept in preparing for tonight's game?
It can be pretty tough, but I mean, we've had a few ups and downs and quite a few downs in the last little while, and the guys just got to realize you got to keep your head down and keep going and not let that bother you. I think Montreal got lucky and stole 2 points where they shouldn't really have got any. There's no way, but they took 2 from us, and you can't keep thinking about that. If you keep dwelling on it, then you just start to run into trouble.
It seems in the last 2 games the Whalers really tried to be more aggressive, which would involve you, but a lot of times during the course of games when you're not on a penalty killing unit, on a power playing unit, it's tough when you're sitting there for a while to come out and play your type of game where it involves hitting and all.
It's been really tough. Your legs get numb, and sometimes if the period's long enough, your mind goes a little bit, and you do everything you can. You talk, you try to keep up on the bench, keep your head in it, do everything you can, all the little things, just to make sure you're ready. And a lot of times it's really tough. You get out there, and especially if it's in the second or even in the third period, if that happens, it can be a lot of trouble, because if you get caught up where you're in a line change, and you get someone like LaFontaine or Howard-Chuck or worse, McGillney, guys that can get going at high speeds and handle a puck, you can run into a lot of trouble out there.
But I think in the course of the year you can keep up with those guys. I really think you've improved your skating and your hockey ability out there.
Well, I found that if you look around, there aren't too many guys that just strictly mix it up and sit on the bench, and I think even if there were, I wouldn't want to be one of those guys. I think it's a type of guy. That's a type of guy that's got to be ready for everything, because there's someone come along through the system, or they trade for someone, he knocks you off your stoop, and you're gone. You got to be able to do other things, and I think it's more gratifying if you can go out and play at the same time, and if it gets rough, it gets rough, and just take it as it comes.
Jimmy, after the Sabre goal, you were on the ice. You made a good hit on Brad May. They're one of their tough guys, and it seemed you're going to go with them, to put it that way. And all of a sudden, Kevin Collins, the linesman, jumped into that. What's your feelings on the linesman getting in there so quickly?
I guess it all depends on who it is that's pushing and shoving, but the linesmen, as much as I would like to got at it, I think the linesmen have their job to do, and I think if he thought that was the thing he had to do, was to get in between us, and do it. But I don't know whether Brad May was going to drop the gloves or not. It was hard to tell, but it would have been nice to see if he had.
All right, I don't know if I enjoyed it or not, but good luck to you, Jimmy. Keep going.
All right, thanks, Cheesy.
Our guest has been Jim McKenzie. When we return, we'll have a look at the NHL scoreboard.